Welcome to Boosting Flexibility class. My name is Issy. In today's class, it's going to be a daily routine, flexibility routine that I've actually done it myself. So if you have a couple of blocks at home, feel free to grab them. If you don't have them, it's okay. When you are ready, we'll see you on your mats. Alright, so today we will begin on our downward facing dog. So let's go ahead, bring your hands down, tuck your toes, make sure that you keep your feet with the hip distance first. Then we're going to begin to lift the hips up and back. And let's take a moment here to just settle down and then just move. No right and wrong. For me, I like to move my hips side to side, heels up and down. Relax your neck and just take a couple moments here to notice what's going on in your body. Is there any particular area that you feel tight today? You can roll out your neck. You can move your shoulders over the wrist a few times. And then we're going to take a deep, big breath in. Lift the heels high. Bend the knees. And then on the exhale, press the heels back down and send your chest down like you want to kiss your own knees. So that again, inhale, lift the heels high. Exhale, press the heels back down, suck the belly in and press your chest all the way to the back of your legs. And then from here, inhale, lift the heels high. This time, bend the knees, sink your hip down towards your heels. Start to look forward between your hands, extend your arms fully, and then from your inhale, look forward, still right foot step forward and follow with your left foot. Big toes together, inhale, lengthen up your spine, and then here on the exhale, bend your knees, bring your forehead to the knees, come all the way down, and then from here, inhale, lift the chest up, finding your chair pose, bend your knees, Utkatasana. Relax your shoulders, start to keep pulling the belly in, trying to send your weight back towards your heels as you lift up the crown of the head. Hold it here. One more breath in. Palms can be together or separated. And here on the exhale, both hands are down. Come all the way to the floor. Inhale here, halfway lift. Exhale, step the right foot back first and follow it with the left leg. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels high. Bend the knees. Exhale, press the heels back, chest all the way back. Inhale, this time lift both heels high. Bend the knee, look forward, hip back down. Try to open up both knees to the side a little bit so you can find the space. This time, step your left foot forward between your hands. Follow up with the right foot. Inhale, lengthen up your spine. Exhale, suck the belly in, fold the forehead down. And again, inhale, bending both knees. Find your chair pose. Lift the crown of the head, lift the arms, pull the knees back in, weight fully at the heels. Breathe in up. And then from your exhale, both hands out. Inhale, lengthen up halfway. Exhale, step the left foot back, right foot follow, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels high. Exhale, press the heels back down. And then again, inhale, lift the heels high. Exhale, press it back down. Okay, inhale this time. Look forward between your hands, drop the knee down, chest and chin down. Squeeze your elbow in. Pull the belly in as you bring your shin and or chest down, finding your 8 point here. Inhale, slide your chest, press the pubic bone, roll the shoulder up, back and down, open up into your collarbones, look up, squeeze your glutes and your thighs. And here on the exhale, press your palms, downward facing dog again. Inhale, Look up between your hands, lift the heels high, bend the knee, open up into your knees like you want to go down into a frog pose. And then exhale, step the right foot forward, follow up with the left. Breathe in again, find your flat back. Exhale, press your hands, fall down. Inhale, this time bend your knees, interlace your fingers behind. Extend your arms, lift the chest up, finding your chair pose. Trying to get your hip back down again. Open up into the chest, trying to keep your wrists together if it's possible. Hold it here, pull the belly. 3, keep breathing. 2, and 1 from here. On the exhale, extend your legs, trying to bring the belly to touch the thigh. And then fold down. This time, arms over the head. Find the balance. Inhale, release your arms, lengthen up your spine. Exhale, step the right foot back, follow up with the left, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift the body forward, drop the knee, chest and chin down, 8 point. Pull the belly as you get down, squeeze your elbow. Inhale, slide up. Exhale here, downward facing dog. We go with the left side. Inhale here, look forward, lift the heels high. Bend the knees a little bit and then step your left foot forward. Follow up with the right foot. Lengthen up your spine again. Exhale here, fold down. This time we're gonna come up on the chair pose with the hands behind us. Interlace your arms, your hands here, lift up your chest. Lengthen your back, pull the belly in, trying to get your weight back again towards your heels. Breathe up, send your chest forward, arms away from the back. And then exhale, fold down. Inhale, release your arms, lengthen up your spine. Exhale, step the left foot back first and follow up with the right. Downward facing dog. 1 time of a Bhujangasana or the 8 point, knee, chest, chin down. Inhale, shift the shoulder over the wrist, drop the knee, chest and chin, squeeze your elbow, trying to get your shin over on top of the mat here. Inhale, slide up, press the pubic bone, activate your thighs, contract thigh muscle, and then exhale, press your hands, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift both heels high. Exhale, press the heels back down. Good. Now inhale here, right leg come all the way up, bend the knee, open up into the hips here. Feel free to open up into that right armpits and then squeeze your right glutes open into that right front hip flexor. Lift the left heels high even and breathe in. On the exhale, draw the knee to the nose, step the right foot forward between your hands, drop your left knee instantly. Raise both hands up here into a low lunge position. Breathe it up. Keep your inner thighs active. And then here on the exhale, open your arms out. Try to get your hip down and forward. Chest up. And pull the belly in here for 5. Keep your chest lift, lift, lift. 4. Squeeze your elbows in. 3, 2, and 1. Both hands on the floor. Finding your hop split here. Extend into that right leg. Flex your right toes. Take a deep big breath here. Pull the belly in. Now if you have a block, grab a block or something if you cannot reach the fingertips down. Now I'd rather see you do this rather than round the back and go with the hands extend to the ends, right? So trying to keep that lower back nice and tall. Pull the belly. Deep big breath in, and then draw your nose in the same line with the right big toes as you come down for 5. Pushing that right big toe forward and draw the little toes back in towards your face. Open up your collarbones for 2 and 1. Okay, inhale, lift the chest up. Bending into that right knee, finding your low lunge positions. Again, raise the arms over the head. Here on the exhale, twist, finding that twist. Right hand behind you, left hands in front of you. Inhale, squeeze your glutes, inner thighs. Exhale, trying to shift the hip forward and lift the chest up and pull the belly in for 5. Look on top of the right shoulder or the right fingertips. 4. Keep that right leg active. 3. Relax the shoulders. Twist from the core. 2. And 1. Inhale, both hands all the way up again. And then exhale, both hands come all the way down. Tuck your toes. Step the right foot back here into downward facing dog. And then inhale, lift the heels high. Roll the shoulder over the wrist. Drop the knee. Chest and chin down. Squeeze your elbow. Inhale, slide your chest up. Pull the belly. Active your thighs. Press into the feet as you exhale here. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift both heels high. Exhale, suck the belly in. Press into your palms. Send your chest back to the knees. Contract the thigh muscles. And then we're going to go on the left side here. Inhale, lift the left leg up into the sky. Bend the knee, open up the hip, and feel free to open into that left shoulders. As you inhale again, lift the right heel even higher. Contract the right thigh muscle. Squeeze your left glutes. Here on the exhale, draw the knee to the nose. Step your left foot forward between your hands. Right knee on the floor. Inhale. Reach both arms up again into a low lunge position. Take a deep, big breath. And then exhale. Keep the leg active. Push the hip forward and down. Open your arms out wide. Open into that collarbone. Squeeze into your shoulder blades. And always pull the belly in, especially the left side of your belly. And hold it here for 5. 4. 3. Go down, lift the chest. 2. 1. Inhale, lengthen your arms again. Exhale, both hands are down, finding your half split here. Now trying to draw that left foot maybe into the midline of the mat. Squeeze your inner thighs. Pull the left hip back. Push the right hip forward. Inhale. Again, rather see you keep that length in the back rather than rounding the spine. And then here on the exhale, suck the belly in and relax the shoulders. Think about drawing that nose into the same line with the left big toes. And go down for 5. And then pulling that little left toes in. 4. Contract the left thigh muscles. 3. Keep pulling the belly in. Trying to lift up the pelvic floor. And 1. Okay, inhale, lift the chest up. Here on the exhale, bend your left leg again, finding your twist lunge positions. Take a deep, big breath, lift the arms up. Exhale here, twist towards your left. Left hand behind, right hand's in the front. Inhale again, squeeze your glutes, inner thighs. Exhale, trying to get forward and down for 5. 4. Get your hip down forward. Left belly back. 3. 2. 1. Inhale, both hands are all the way up. Exhale, both hands are down. Step your left foot back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift both heels high. Exhale, press the heels back. And one time of a Bhujangasana or 8-point. Inhale, shift the shoulder over the wrist. Drop the knee, chest and chin down. Inhale, slide your chest up. Open up into your chest. Here on the exhale, press your palms. Downward facing dog. Alright, now we're gonna continuing our flow, go a little deeper as the same pattern here. Inhale, right leg come all the way up. Bend your knee, open up the hip and lift the left heels high. Contract the left thigh muscle as you squeeze your right glutes. Pull the belly in. And then on the exhale here, draw the knee to the nose. Step your right foot between your hands. Drop your left knee on the floor. Okay, now inhale here, raising both arms all the way up. Now we're going to keep the hands, the palms together. Leave only the index fingers. Lift up into the chest. Now we're going to tuck your tailbone. Think about lifting the pelvic floor. Think about squeezing like you're holding the P, right? So from here, lift up the bandhas, all the mula bandhas and udiya bandhas. Inhale, lift up. And then from here on the exhale, get the hip forward and down. Think about bringing the arms away and behind your ears. Starting to look up. Don't be in a rush here. Don't collapse into the low back as you inhale. Lift up the chest and think of open up and peel your armpits out wide. For 4, contract that right thigh muscle, strong into your glutes. 2 and 1. Both hands are down. Straight that right leg this time. Take a deep, big breath in. Now, if you have a trouble of reaching the hands down like this, you can keep doing on what we did on the previous one. But for those who have flexibility, this is an all levels class. So you're gonna move the both hands here, all the way to the back, and then you're gonna turn the fingertips toes to the toes, toes to the heels, and toes to the left heels instead. Now take a deep, big breath. Flex your foot here. Keep the length in the back, and then on the exhale, pull the belly down. And again, you don't need to go all the way here. Just keep the length in the back if none of this makes sense to you. And then think of leaning the nose into the same line with the right big toe. For 4, 2, and then maybe bring the shin towards to the right big toe. And then 1. Okay, inhale, lift the chest. Keeping both hands forward, bending to that right knee. Reach both hands all the way up this time. We're going to go for a twist. Right hand to the back, left hand to the front again. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale this time. Left elbow, go towards to the right knee. Palms together as the prayer. Now take a deep, big breath. Think about lifting the chest. Lift the bottom of the left ribs up. And don't collapse into the right knee. Try to get your palms into the midline of the chest. Open up into the collarbones. Breathe into the chest as you're twisting, and your belly is probably not be able to fill up a lot of air here. And then on the exhale, twist it deeper. Lift up the pelvic floor. Squeeze into your inner thighs. 1 more. Inhale. Lift and twist. And 1. Okay, inhale. Both hands are all the way up. Exhale, both hands are down. Step both feet, like right foot back here into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels high. Shift the body forward. We're going to go into 8 point. As you exhale, squeeze your elbow. Inhale, slide up. Here on the exhale, press your palms. Downward facing dog. Inhale, both heels lift high. As you exhale, press the heel, pull the navel, the belly in. Relax your shoulders. Now we're going to go on the left side. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Bend the knee, open into that left hip. Lift the right heel, contract the right thigh muscle. Here on the exhale, step your left foot forward. Right knee, come on the floor. Inhale, raise both hands up. We're going to go into a little back bend here. Again, lengthen up. Squeeze your arms towards your ears. Pulling the belly in. Lift up the pelvic floor. Reaching that index finger up. Arms behind the ears as you start to look up slowly. Left leg strong. Breathe in through your chest. Expand up your armpits as you go down on the exhale for 5. No rush. Be aware. 4. No pressure in the low back. Keep lifting the chest. And breathe, most importantly. 2. 1. Okay, great job, guys. Both hands are on the floor. Finding your half split. Again, find any variations you like. I will build it up slower into a deeper, hotter variation. So feel free to just stay at the same variations. This time, for if you can, both hands all the way back into the hips. Fingertips are turning around. Keep the belly in and keep the lower back long. Open your chest, don't round the chest here. And then here on the exhale, draw that nose in the same line with the left big toe and go down for 5, 4, left hip pull back, right hip forward, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, bend your left knee again. Reaching both arms all the way up. Here on the exhale, we're gonna go twist toes. So your left hand to the back, right hand to the front, and keep that left knee caving in as you squeeze your inner thighs, finding that solid base of your spine. And then right elbow here, we'll go on the left knee, palms together on the other side. Deep big breath, lift the chest, open up into the collarbones, press the elbow towards your knees, and the knee pressing back for 5. Lift up the pelvic floor. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, inhale, untwist, reach the arms over the head again. Here on the exhale, both hands are down. Step your left foot back into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift both heels high. Exhale, press the heels back down. Relax your shoulders. Okay, now we're going to go a little quick on a chair pose and then forward fold. Bend your knees, open your knees wide like a frog pose, like you want to do the frog or malasana. And from here, look forward between your hands, sink your hip down, breathe in. And from here, you're going to step or jump forward between your hands. Inhale, lengthen up your spine. Suck the belly, exhale, fall over and down, forehead to the knees. And then from here, inhale, you're going to bend your knees. Both hands are going to grow behind the calf. And then feel free to bend the knee as much as you like here. And then inhale, lengthen up your back, pull the navel in. Doesn't matter what your legs looks like. I want the belly in. Keep the core tight, relax the shoulders. And trying to have no gap between the belly and your thighs. As you exhale, think about lifting the tailbone up like you have a monkey tail and someone's pulling your tail up to the sky. For 5, don't worry if you are here and you keep bending the knee, that's alright. 4, and if you can, keep pressing the front thigh all the way back. Relax your shoulders. 3, 2, and 1. Alright, inhale from here, bend your knees, come up into chair pose. Reach up, exhale, both hands are down. Step, jump, hop, walk back into your vinyasa. Any style you like, knee shashin, or just want it to chaturanga. Pull the navel in as you come down. Inhale, contract your thighs. Cobra or upward facing dog. Press the feet down. Here on the exhale, downward facing dog. Here again, inhale, lift the heels high. And then exhale, press the heels back down. Alright, now from here we're going to continue the flow. So take a deep breath in. Right leg goes up. This time bend the knee, open up into the hips. This time keep staying here or feel free to lift the heads up. But always pull the belly in. And then trying to squeeze your glutes. And draw that right toes towards to the left side of the mat. As you shift the shoulder over the wrist. This is just an option. And here on the exhale, draw the knee to the nose. Round the spine. Right foot step forward. Come up on the high lunge this time, tuck your toes. Inhale, reach both hands all the way up. Finding your crescent. This time, both hands together. Keep the index finger up. Lift the chest. Squeeze your elbows towards to your ears. Bring your arms behind the ear for the first step. If you cannot really lean back, think about just the arms behind the ears. Alright, so for those who have flexibility in your back bend without compressing the low back, bend your left knee, right knee a little bit. Keep the left leg strong. Inhale, think of lifting up the chest, lifting the pelvic floor. Pull the belly in. Take your time, wide up into your shoulder blades. Think of armpits spreading out from side to side. You're here for 5 and then keep sinking your hip forward. 4, 3, 2, and breathe. 1. Great job. Both hands are down. This time we're gonna come up wide. Now feel free to step the left foot just slightly, one step forward. Now left foot here, try to go with the 45 degrees. Inhale, lengthen up your spine. Pull the right hip back if you can. Lift the right toes up or the right front foot up. Relax your chest. I'd rather see you here rather than there. Alright, lift the chest again. Extend your back. Here on the exhale, nose in line with the right big toes and go all the way down. You're here for 5. Right hip back, squeeze your inner thighs. 4. Create the space in the lower back by pulling the belly button in as much as you can. 2 and 1. Okay, right foot come all the way down. If you have this short leg, step that left foot just a little bit back. Inhale, raise both hands all the way up. Breathing in. Here on the exhale, twist towards your right side. Right hand behind you, left hands into the front. And then from here, you're going to lean that left elbow towards your right knee. Now feel free to drop the left knee down if it's a little too much. For those who can, both hands on into the front of the mat, in front of the chest. Twist. And if you can, pick up that left leg. You're here for 5. Open your chest again. Don't let the left side collapsing into that right leg. Keep twisting. 4, 3, left leg active as well as the right side. 2 and 1. Great job. Inhale, reach both hands all the way up. Exhale, step back to your version of vinyasa. Any versions are welcome. Just pull the navel. Inhale. Exhale. Left side. Inhale, left leg all the way up. Bend the knee, open up into the hips here. Squeeze into your glutes. Now again, look up and think about pointing that left toes and touching the right side of your ear. Your right ear here, open up, shoulder over the wrist. And then here on the exhale, left foot step forward. Keep the right toe tucked. Inhale. Reach both hands all the way up. Keep that right thighs contract. Again, maybe swishing the thumb this time. Keep the index finger pointing. Don't be shy to sink your hip forward and down. Lift the chest. Feel free to open up and go down as much as you can with your awareness. You're here for 5. Lift. 4, 3. Pull the belly. 2, 1. Both hands are down. Hop that right foot just one step forward. Keep that hip square. This is not hip square. This is hip square. Right hip forward and the other left hip back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale again. When you create the space in the lower back, you need to pull the belly, lift the pubic bone even, lift the pubic floor even higher. And as you exhale, for 5, shoulders relax. 4, 3. You can lift up the front foot. 2 and 1. Inhale, drop the left foot down. Bend the right knee. Bend the left leg and slide the right foot back. Come up into a crescent again. Finding the twist on the left side here. Right hand forward, left hands go all the way to the back. Now you feel free to drop the knee down or set the right elbow on top of the left knee. Palms together as you twist. Right elbow pushing the left knee and the same knee pushing the elbow back. Inhale, palms into the midline of the chest. And think about lifting the right armpits away from the left thigh. For 5, keep that right leg active and contract. 4, twist, twist. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, both hands are up again. Exhale, finding your version of vinyasa. Come back into downward facing dog. Breathe in. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Now we're going to continue the flow. Feel free to pause the video anytime if you need to. Inhale, right leg will go up. Bend the knee, open up into the hips. Open up into the chest. And here on the exhale, right foot step forward between your hands. And then inhale, finding again your crescent. Take a deep, big breath in. This time we're not holding it too long. Just try to sink your hip down and forward. This time, if you can, right heel will go higher. Big breath. Use your left balls of the ball of the left foot here. Push yourself forward. Open up. Here on the exhale, both hands on the floor. Try to bring your right foot a little bit to the outer edge of the mat. Take a deep, big breath in. Squeeze your right knee in towards your right shoulder. This time, try not to let the right knee fall out or flay out. Keep squeezing them. Keep the left leg strong. Feel free to drop your left knee anytime. As you lift the chest, and then here on the exhale, bend both elbows. Look forward. Keep squeezing your right knee. And then the left ear will go down. And look towards to the right toes for 5, 4. Keep squeeze the right inner thighs. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Inhale. Extend your arms. And then from here, you're going to drop your left knee on the floor. Right hands outside. Sliding that right foot forward. Now, we're going to go into not a split yet. So we're going to draw that right hip back. This time, instead of the left knee underneath the hips completely, we're going to slide the left leg back. Slide the right toes forward. But if you're turning out to go like that, I recommend to come back and stay here, finding the active legs rather than just dumping all the weight down. Okay, if you have a block, grab a block, finding your support underneath your hands. Otherwise, stay with your own pace. Right hip back, keep the leg active, and again, lifting the pelvic floor. It's like the feeling when you think about holding your pee. Pull the belly in, finding the root lock, Urdhva Bandha and Mula Bandha. Take a deep, big breath. Slide your knees, slide your heels. And every time, try to pull it back together. Squeeze your inner thighs. And you're here. 5. No need to go all the way down. We still have one more round. 4. 3. For those who are down, congratulations. If you're not, it's okay. Work on it. You'll get there. There's no rush. 2, 1. Okay, now from here, gently come out of it. Use your pelvic floor to squeeze and lift, and then slowly drag that right leg slowly back. Tuck your toes. This time we're going to keep the knees on the floor for now. Inhale, reach both arms all the way up. Here on the exhale, we're going to twist towards your right side. Left elbow go towards your right knee. Palms together. Now feel free to stay here for the whole time. For those who can, you're going to open up your arms out wide. Open up into the twist. Tuck your toes. Lift the leg off the ground. Lift the knee off the ground. And think about lifting the left chest and finding the twist. If you can, right hand goes behind. If you can, finding the bind and twist. Keep the left leg active. Think about lifting, not collapsing down. Collapsing all the way down to the right knee here. Breathe in. One more. Twist. Ooh. And 1. Great job. Maybe drop the knee down first. Untwist. Inhale. Reach both arms all the way up. Exhale. Both hands are down. Step back. Drop the knee, chest, chin. Or finding your chaturanga. Pull the navel. Squeeze your belly in. Squeeze your thighs. Come up. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Inhale. Lift both heels high. And then exhale. Press the heels back. The other side. Inhale, lift the left leg all the way up. Bend the knee, open up into the hips. Squeeze into your glutes. Find that differences between each round of the flows. And as you exhale here, left foot step forward between your hands, tuck your toes. Inhale, come up on a crescent. Go a little deeper. Maybe this time, left heel slide forward. Use that ball of the right foot to push yourself forward and lift the left heels up. And open up into your armpits for 5. Just so long. And here on the exhale, bringing both hands down, straightening into that left leg. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward here. Right foot on the floor. And then exhale, left hands come inside this time. Step that left foot to the outer edge of the mat. Slide that right foot back. Breathing in. Here on the exhale, squeeze into your left knee towards your left shoulder. Right thighs contract or drop it down if you need to. Here on the exhale, bend both elbows and trying to bring your right ear down. You're here for 5, 4, don't let the left knee flay out to the side. 2, 1. Okay, drop the right knee down. Inhale, extend your arms. Bring your left hand outside. Now we're gonna go for a almost split. Or if you can go to the full one, let's do the full one. Again, we're not sinking everything down and let the hip flay out this way. Make sure that your right thigh, your back thigh, it's completely fold down. Pull that right inner thigh back in and then slide that left toes forward. Take a deep big breath. Pull the belly in, lift up the pelvic floor and go. 5, be aware, don't collapsing. 4, keep the muscle active. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, lift up the pelvic floor, engage your core, slowly bring your left leg back. Bend your left knee, tuck your toes, finding your crescent. Again, raise the arms over the head. Here on the exhale, twist towards your left side. Maybe find the bind, the twist, whatever that is suitable for you. Right elbow go towards your left knee. Feel free to drop the knee down if you like. Breathing in and then exhale, open your arms out. And if you can, left hand goes behind. Maybe find the bind on this side. Maybe lift the right knee up. Bend your left knee. Not collapsing into that left knee. Lift up the chest, open up your collarbones. Sink your hip forward and down. 1 more, breathing in, contract the right thighs. Here on the exhale. Knees are dropping. Both hands are all the way up again. Here on the exhale, step back to your vinyasa. Belly in. Inhale. And then exhale. Downward facing dog. Take a deep big breath, breathe, and then lift both heels high. Exhale, press. Now we're gonna go to our last one here. So take a deep big breath, lift the right leg up, let's bend the knee, open up the hips, same old, but just deeper. Here on the exhale, right foot step forward, tuck your toes, inhale, breathe it all up. Open up into the chest, palms together, extend your arms. Breathing in for 3, 2, and 1. Both hands are down. This time, snuggle your right shoulder under, or just staying here, finding that lizard lunge positions. Shoulder under, and from here, keep the ball of the left foot and pushing forward. If you can, palms are spreading out. If you can, next level. Palms go behind your back. Use your left hand to grab the right wrist and then sink your hip a little lower. And from here, a little challenging. Left ear down to the floor. If you need to drop the left knee, drop the left knee. For 4 and 5. Oh, okay. From here, release your arms out first. Bring your hands out. Drop your left knee down. This time we're going to slide the right foot. Try to go as much as you can. For those who already have the splits, like it was so easy. And from there, you're going to go down. And if you can, lift the chest. Here on the exhale, you're going to walk your hands forward and go down. For 5, you don't have to look like me. You don't have to look like anyone. Just be at your own pace and know what you're doing. Right hip pull back, left hip forward and left thigh down. And then inhale, come all the way up, lift, press your palms, and again from here, drag the right leg back using your core, tuck your toes, inhale, finding your twisting. You can go as deep as you can this time, or just finding the twist or the palms together, whatever suitable for you. For those who have the bind, you're gonna bind it up. Take a deep big breath in, open up into your chest. And if you can, for those who have the bind, step your left foot forward. Take a deep, big breath in. And then here on the exhale, you're going to extend both legs, finding your forward fold, twist, and bind. Breathe in one more. You're not holding you too long. Exhale. Okay, for those who have the twist, just stay there. Wait for the others to go back first. Alright, drop left foot back. Untwist. Inhale, reach both hands all the way up. Exhale. Step back, finding a Yuva Vinyasa, or feel free to skip them. Inhale. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Alright, the other side. Last side here. Inhale, lift the left leg up, bend the knee, open up into the hips. Here on the exhale, left foot step forward between your hands. We're going to tuck your right toes. Raise both hands all the way up. Breathe it up. And again, go as much as you can. You can go a little deeper this time. For 3, 2, and 1. Both hands are down. Left leg's inside. Slide your right toes back. Feel free to drop the knee. And then snuggle your left shoulder under. Maybe find yourself here. Or shift the body forward. Option is to fly your hands. Or grab the other wrist. Take a deep, big breath. Hip down. And challenging. Right ear down and look towards your left ankles. Without the right knee down. For 3, 2, and 1. I feel that. Both hands are down. Right knee come on the floor. Left foot, left hands outside, and finding our last split here on this side. Again, no rush. Take your time. The best way to be happy and enjoy the journal here. Left hip pull back, right hip forward. And again, not like this, but I'd rather see you do this rather than there. All right, so here, if you can, 5. Another variations for those who can already split. You're gonna grab the heels and lift the left heels, float. 4, 3, my left heel is floating right now. 2, and 1. All right, now we're gonna come back, finding our twist. Okay, slowly drag it back, tuck your toes. Inhale, finding your crescent. Here on the exhale, again, any variations are welcome. Maybe the first here. Or when you find a twist, find the bind. And if you can, you're going to step that right foot forward. If you lose the bind, don't worry. Just lose the bind and right hand will go down next to the foot. And if you can, straight both legs. 5, 4, 2, and 1. Now wait for me to go back. Hop back. Unrelease. Raise the arms over the head. Finding our last vinyasa here. Both hands are down. And then go down. Maybe slow. Inhale. And here on the exhale, curl up your toes back. Downward facing dog. Great job, guys. And from here, inhale, you're gonna look forward. Right leg will come forward. And then slide the left leg back. Right foot slide towards your left ankles. Try to get your left hip down first. Lift up the chest this time. Trying to bring the belly in as much as you can and lift the pelvic floor, which I already mentioned. Holding the P. Lift up the chest. Open up your chest. Here on the exhale, both hands are going to come towards to the corner of the mat. As you lengthen up the back, open up your arms. And then here on the exhale, we're going to go down and up for 5. Down. Exhale, inhale, come up for 4. Down. 3. 2. And 1. Okay, now both hands are on the floor. Now I love and hate this pose, but we're gonna do the first version is a twist first. Okay, now you're gonna have your left elbow on the floor. And then from here, right arms will go up, finding the twist. And open up. for 5, 4. Reach up for 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna hold it here for a little longer. So here's a few options. You can just use your hand and twist a little deeper. For those who want to stretch the quad, this is my favorite quad stretching. So you're gonna bend your left knee, and now you know what to do. Hands are gonna grab the foot. You can also use the strap or the belt or the towel to grab it. And from here, trying to get your left thigh down. Right hip will lift, that's fine. And take a deep big breath before we pull in. Use your foot here to kick the shoulder away from you as you're trying to open your shoulders. Draw the navel in at the same time. Kick, kick, kick. And then from here, you can pull the heels towards to your glutes now. Breathe in for 5, 4. And go a little deeper as you exhale. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, great job. Release this out. Use your hand to support. Bring your left leg forward. So come down into Janusasana. Right foot will come inside the left thigh. Contract your thigh muscle. Keep your toes flexing. Raise the arms over the head. Here on the exhale, lift up the pelvic floor. Pull the belly. And trying to go forward and down. Doesn't matter if your hands are on your ankles or your knees, but we like to keep the length in the back again. I rather see you do this rather than like this. All right, so lift and go down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, from here, slowly come up. Then you're gonna bend both legs, step back into your downward facing dog, and we're gonna go on the other side this time. All right, start with the left leg, step forward into a pigeon pose, drop the right knee on the floor, slide that left toes towards to the right wrist, and again, trying to get that right thigh down. And I'd rather see you have the left hip lift, but rather than here, right? So from here, lift first, both hands walking to the corner of the mat as you come up. Breathe in and then exhale. Lower your chest down for 5. Inhale up. Exhale down. 4. And up. And down. 3. Breathe up. 2. And 1. Okay, inhale, lift up. Now place the right elbow on the floor. Reach the left hands all the way up as you're finding the twist. Pull the navel in for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now here comes this one. Bend your right knee. First one, use your foot to kick your shoulder away from you first. Open up into the left side for 5, 4, 2, and 1. This time, right heel, pull it closer to your glutes. Ooh, lift up the chest. And for 5, pull it closer. Oh, 4, 3, 2, and then release it out. Good job, guys. Now, right foot, come forward. Inhale again. Lift up the pelvic floor, lengthen up the back, lift up the spine. Here on the exhale. 5, keep the length in the low back. Try not to round it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, inhale, come up. This time, right foot come back into the feet. Finding our butterfly pose. Okay, now heels can be a little closer if you need to feel it more into to the groin. For those who are looking like this, where your knees are higher than the hip, I rather you sit on the cushion or bring your feet just a little bit forward so you have the space to go forward and down. All right, now from here, I'd rather see you go like this rather than there. Alright, so let's do this. Lift up the chest, lift up the pubic bone. Sorry, lift up the pelvic floor. Lift up the chest, open up. Suck the belly in, and as you exhale, relax your shoulders. Think about open up your collarbones as you reach your chin forward and go down. You might feel tight in the groin, in the back. You don't have to go all the way down. Just be aware of your back, your shoulders. Breathe in and out. One more. Exhale. Okay, inhale, come up slowly. And then from here, extend both legs forward, finding the forward bend. Now, again, lift up the chest. Try not to round the back as you raise the arms up first. Here on the exhale, lengthen your spine. Hands can be anywhere. If you feel like your sit bone is not on the floor, make sure that you get your butt cheek out first. Lift up. Here on the exhale, go slower for 5, 4. Don't lose your root lock. Keep lifting the pelvic floor and suck the belly in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come up. Okay, good. And on the exhale here, open up your legs wide. Should be 90 degree or be even maybe a little closer. All right, from here you're going to contract your thigh muscle. For those who have flexibility, you can open up a little wider. Contract your thighs and think about 10 toes or pointing up to the ceiling the whole time. Lift up the chest. And again, if this is already tight or you feel like your back is leaning back, find the cushion or the pillow and supporting underneath the hips. For those who have flexibility, you're going to walk your hands forward, but you're not going to let everything collapse. You're going to keep the thighs active and then walking your hands. And maybe some of you can come all the way down, chest touching the floor. I'd rather see you do this rather than there. All right, lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk your hands back slowly. Okay, this time feet together, finding the turtle pose. Feet a little bit go forward this time. We're gonna allow our back to come and round. You can snuggle your hands or your arms underneath your legs. Take a deep big breath, and this time bring your chin towards your chest. Bring your forehead down. Breathe into your low back. Breathe into the side ribs as you feel your whole back expanding up into the sky. Relax your shoulders. Relax your throat. The tip of your tongue should be behind your front teeth. And from here, inhale, slowly come up. Now extend both legs forward. Start to tuck your tailbone, draw the tailbone down, and then drop the sacrum, low back, middle back, upper back, and chest and shoulders. Keep your arms along the sides of your body. Maybe move the body a little bit left and right. Your ankles should be wider than the hips. As you slowly close your eyes, soften your throat and your neck. Feel the weight of your whole body, your back, your legs, your head falling down heavy to your mat. Now find yourself in this relaxation, savasana, as long as you please. And see you on your next class. Namaste.